morning, students. So let us continue the concluding part of the chapter, Poets and Pancakes, written by Ashok Mitran. In the last few videos, we have discussed about various points, because these poets and pancakes, the meaning of the pancakes, a kind of a brand makeup material, we know very well. And in the very last video, we saw about MRA. What is the full form of MRA? It means Moral Rearmament Army. And what is this Moral Rearmament Army? It is almost a counter movement. Counter movement for what? To international communism, which visited Madras in 1952. And we know that actually, especially the producers and the people of this studio, Gemini Studio, almost 600 people, that they were very much impressed by the two plays, especially two plays. One is Jotham Valley, and the another one is that is given The Forgotten Factor, especially the Jotham Valley, this book. And few scenes, maybe for example, from this play, the sunrise, sunset, plus background scene, almost a setting. So that is what almost outstanding, and especially the costumes were of the first rate. So that's why again and again the people of the Gemini Studio, again and again, that they watched, that they listened the play over and over again, right? So the next point is coming, that is another visitor at Gemini Studio. And now the people, including the narrator, the clerks, and all the people at the Gemini Studio, that they were happy. At last, they got the chance. It means from their daily routine, shooting or cutting the paper, newspaper clippings, all these things. At least that they got an opportunity to meet the peoples from the different parts or the corners of the country, from the different states, because of this MRA, right? So the next point is coming, another visitor at Gemini Studio. So once again, a few months later, what happened a few months later? The telephone lines at the Gemini Studio, then they burst. They started, it means that they burst rang. And this time, they got the chance. They came to know that the editor is coming, or one visitor is coming to visit, guest is coming to visit the Gemini Studio. And so that's why, once again, that they had to clear the stage. Right? So, all said, and it's different speculations they had. So many people said that the editor is coming or the poet is coming. And when the narrator heard, when the people said the poet is coming to visit the Gemini Studio, so various speculations, which poet, what is the name, different such views. So the poet has, the writer has given here few examples of the poet, which the people know of the Gemini Studio. The poets like, for example, the famous poets William Wordsworth, Lord Tennyson, and few learned people or the educated people. They might have been known about John Keats, P.B. Shelley, and Lord Byron. And lastly, finally, that is one more given, that is T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot. So the narrator was knowing about all these poets, but still that the narrator was thinking that who was that poet who was coming to visit Gemini Studio, and he is from, for example, Britain or England. Who is that poet? So then later on he came to know that he he is a poet, he was not only a poet but also an editor. So that time the narrator understood. So why, it means almost why his boss that he was ready to welcome or he was giving a big reception to the guest. Because why his boss was giving a big reception to the guest which was coming to visit Gemini Studio. The reason was that his boss, it means narrators, he himself was an editor, right? Editor of the newspaper, that is name is given, Popular Tamil Weekly, Ananda Vikatan, right, in Tamil, he himself. So that's why it means happy that he was giving such a big reception. That is the reason. So he wasn't not an editor, not from the Hindu. It means different such magazines are given name of the magazines which the narrator was familiar, or he knew the name of few magazines. For example, at least the narrator was confirmed to that he was not from the Hindu. This magazine, for example, next one is the Manchester Guardian, and a different here, or the London Times. So different names are given. At least the narrator was, see now, such a different speculations that they had, that who is coming, such a curiosity. But at last what happened there? So the day came, and especially at last around 4 in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, the poet, that is plus editor, that he arrived at the Gemini Studio. So and he was, the description is given. How was his description appearance? That he was a tall man, that guest who came, who arrived to visit the studio. He was a tall man, very serious, it means very English and very serious, and the fans that they followed him to take a shot or to take a clip or the picture on the stage, almost overcrowded place, that they paddled after him. So such was the thing. And after that, after his arrival, then that was the time of the speech of the boss. Boss, who was, what was the name of the boss of the narrator? S.S. Vasan, V-A-S-N, Vasan, the name of the boss. So he gave a long speech then, the boss of the narrator. And in his speech was not centered on particular thing. The way he delivered his speech, boss. And at least the narrator only came to know few things, that, for example, it was obvious that he too was known some little things about this visitor. So that's why his speech that was centered on, for example, the words like freedom and democracy. Whose speech? Boss speech, that was focused on freedom and democracy, because he also known very little about this, about the life of this visitor. So that's why, right? After the speech of the boss, now the turn of the visitor came. It means that poet's turn came. And see now, still that the narrator and the people of that Gemini Studio, that they were not familiar, they were unfamiliar with the name of this visitor. They did not know that who was he, right? Including the narrator. Only that they were looking that he is a tall fellow, very English, very serious man. When he started his speech, that it feels that he was not comfortable at his speech, with his words, expressions, that he was not comfortable when he began his speech. And the audience, as an audience, the narrator also did not understand, or the people also did not understand anything. And why? Why they did not understand? The question is here. Why? Because the narrator at last he said, the visit of this man, it remained an unexplained mystery. Unexplained mystery. This question can be asked for 2 marks. So learn it properly. Right? Why did the narrator say the visit of this man or the guest, that was an unexplained mystery at the Gemini studio. Why? Because when it is already that they were unknown about the identity of this man, the people at the Gemini studio, including the narrator. Second thing, when he started delivering his speech, that was also not understood by anyone. Why? Due to the accent, the way that he spoke, his accent, right? You might have also known that, for example, if we listen the speech of any Englishman or any American, so definitely it is not easy to understand the accent. Why it happens? This is the way of talking, that intonation, that accent, stress, all these things are coming, right? So that's why. So the narrator, nobody understand anything, no one understand the poet's whatever he spoke, and then the narrator said that his accent depicted our attempt. Whose accent? The poet's accent depicted our attempt to understand his speech. So that's why his visit remained an unexplained mystery. Nobody could understand what he spoke, right? And the narrator also felt that the poet looked pretty baffled. Baffled means confused, looking at the silent audience. Why was the audience silent? Because they did not understand anything. So that's why the audience was silent, and so this is what impacted the speaker also, that poet also, visitor, right? So that's why this is what the short paragraph is given about the visitor at Gemini studio, right? So the next point is coming, a short story contest organized by The Encounter, right? This magazine, The Encounter, that they had organized a short story contest. Before that, the poet has given a brief description about the prose writers. According to the poet, the prose writer especially, definitely, and this conviction of the writer, it is belief of the writer, it grows day after day, that to become a prose writer, we do not need any kind of the genius or something to become a prose writer. Or almost the narrator says, it means there is no true pursuit of a genius. They are not genius. It means within a few minutes or a short period of time or span, they could write anything. If first one is wrong, they could change, and after some time that they could write. So that's why, just like the poets, the prose writers, they do not need any special talent or genius. The writer has given a short, brief description on page number almost 64, right? So the next point is coming, regarding this contest organized by The Encounter. So the narrator wanted to take the wanted to participate in this contest, but before spending the money or sending an entry, that he wanted to know more about this magazine named The Encounter. So that's why what he did, that especially he wanted to know the periodicals credential. What is the identity, what is the stage or the prestige, all these things. How much it is respected, known in the world, in the literature, in the literary world. So all these things that he wanted to know. So that's why, to gain more information, what he did, that he went or he checked at the British Council's library. Who? The narrator, Ashok Mitran, that he went to check the credential of this periodical at the British Council's library, that he went. So there also he has given some brief description regarding this library. For example, winded signboards, notices which were hanging there enough to frighten any new person or the new visitor. A small door entered, and then he saw various periodicals of the encounter of this periodical here and there lying. So when he reached there at this British Council's library, when he saw the name, the encounter, and when he took that periodical, that magazine in his hand, and when he read the name of that fellow, or when he heard the name of the fellow or the poet or the editor, that time almost the bell rang in his mind, started ringing. He felt that, Ashok felt that the name was familiar. So that's why the bell rang, and he felt that his heart almost shrunken. Right? As soon as he heard the name of this fellow Stephen Spender, it seemed that the bell rang in his shrunken, or his heart shrunken, it means reduced almost to there. It means got freezed. Why? Because he knew that I heard this name somewhere, or this fellow. Then he recalled his visit of this fellow. Then he remembered that the same fellow Stephen Spender, he had visited Gemini Studio. Once upon a time that he had visited a few days ago, that he had visited Gemini Studio, and the same fellow, he is the editor of this and this periodical, or writer of this and this periodical. And that time he felt that he got, what did he get? He got a long lost brother, who felt, the narrator felt. Just like that they had almost visited, that they had come together in the first reel plus last reel of the film, that he felt. And without any delay, what he did immediately that he sent his entry excitedly, entry for this contest which was organized by the Encounter. Why immediately that he sent? When he came to know that Stephen Spender is the editor or the writer, and without any delay that he sent the entry, right? So this is what about the 2 points, right? The visitor at the Gemini Studio, that poet, and now when he decided to participate in the contest, that time he recognized, he understood that this is the man. Stephen Spender is the poet who had visited Gemini Studio, famous poet. And so that's why, and he also the editor of this and this encounter or this contest, so that's why without delay that he sent his entry, right? So 1 point is left now, so that we will continue in the next video along with